Okay, here's a look at the last figure in my Decepticons Headmaster collection. This is the Generation 1 Soundblaster, which is basically a repaint of the original G1 Soundwave, but just painted in black. And this is not the original G1 Soundblaster by Takata. This is actually the reissue of it under the collection series. And I do want to digress real quick to go over this because this deserves a lot of credit. The way they designed it. The original, they were reissuing the original figures under this really nice book design where you could kind of put it away on your shelf. And it opened up just like a book, which is really cool. So you get all these cool pages of like the new bio with a really cool artwork, and then the figures that it came with, the catalog, and then the old art style by Dreamwave at that time. So you actually got a lot here. The Raiden, the train set, really cool. That, like I said, the new bio, and you know, the figures that it comes with. And this is what the original G1 Soundblaster, it was the D101. And here, the difference here, this one has a flat chest, so he only holds one cassette, and I think he came with Buzzsaw. And this one, it's a reissue, but they gave you a bigger chest, so this actually holds two cassettes, which is really cool. But anyways, back to the box. The back here, you could see everything that you get. And another cool design is you could invert that box to make it into a display stand, which was really cool. So yeah, I just had to share all of that because this really deserves a lot of credit. I mean, look at that nice artwork too. This artwork is really great. But it's just unfortunate that they didn't continue this. I think it only went up to 21, which is Blaster, and that was it. Man, if only we could have had all the Generation 1 figures done in this nice box style booklet design. But anyways, that's where this figure is from. And they actually did reissue this under the Encore series, and I just want to point out the difference here with this one. You obviously get two different cassettes. I have no idea who these guys are. And the biggest difference with this one is this figure, you do get the red visors, which is more accurate to the Japanese Headmaster cartoon series. Because this one is done in the original with the yellow visors. But anyways, if you get a chance, I suggest just YouTubing the Headmasters, because this series was really cool. I mean, you get to see some of season 2 and 3 characters and more action in the Japanese Headmaster series. But anyways, this is the Soundblaster, who never appeared in the US original G1 US, but he did appear in the War for Cybertron. And yeah, they do have that figure made, which I didn't get. I think it's kind of cool, but you know, I didn't get it. So here's just a look at that, and let me just compare this with his Nemesis, which is a twin cast. So here is the original twin cast, and you can see the scale is off. He's just off. It's just huge. But these two guys appeared in the Japanese Headmaster series. But he does scale pretty nicely with the remake of Twin Cast under the Legacy. But Hasbro always does these things. That gun should be red, not black. But anyways, just wanted to just give a little comparison with other figures there. And he does come with the buzzsaw, so this is nice. And so there's no articulation really to show you with this figure. It's just your typical G1 with your minimal articulation, but typical G1, you get all these nice sticker decals, and you do get some die cast and some chrome plated plastic parts, which is really cool, typical G1 style. So let me just go ahead and transform this, since this is pretty easy. Remove the accessories first, as always. Turn his head around, straighten out his arms, push in his hands. You hear that? That's a good sound. From jewelry design, if you hear the sounds like that, you know they designed it really well. Just like that. See? So you know this figure is really designed really well. And then, very simple transformation, really cool. And then all G1, you do get the gimmicks and stuff. So you do get the cassette holding thing. You do get this volume control. So here's a look at the Walkman. This is really cool. And this is interesting. They even gave you like the belt hook thing. Oh man, this is really cool. And then the buzzsaw. So remove the accessories and then fold in his head and beak. Put these in, then fold up his legs, and then now we have him in his cassette, if you remember what that was. Dating myself here, but then you could put this in, and yeah, there's something really cool about this. And I think it's the whole nostalgia feel to this, because you don't get stuff like this anymore. Not all the G1 toys are really great like this, but this is a great G1 toy, the Soundwave or Soundblaster. So that's a look at that. And yeah, that completes my collection of the Decepticon Headmaster collection. And now I'll move on to other figures in my collection. But this is really a nice figure. And the newer version, yeah, it's nice. So maybe you kind of now know where he actually came from, the original Japanese Headmasters. Like I said, I recommend checking out maybe a couple episodes, because it's really cool. So that's a look at Soundblaster, the G1 Soundblaster. Really cool figure.
サウンドウェーブはデストロンヘッドマスターの司令官スコルポノックのハイテク技術によって一段とパワーアップし、サウンドブラスターとして今ここに蘇ったのである。